This is Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast, a replay of today's full show.
It's Friday, November 8th. Today on the show, stuffed animals are not a good substitute for insulation.
But what's their actual R value? Because I think it's just cute.
Dust bunnies.
For real.
Don't use the strange loose toothbrush from under the sink. Oh, that's the cleaning toothbrush.
That's what it's for. Well, don't just grab it and start brushing. Ugh.
My bad date with a model.
Come watch me be fashioned.
2 free cookies is a decent work perk.
I mean, or health insurance, but what do you want?
We talk about our date night at Fat Cats in Rexburg.
It was a great time.
It was awesome. There should be an app to help figure out what to eat. The concert of a lifetime winner makes wishes come true. The beefcake squirrel is bulking up for winter.
What do you think he's bulking up on, though?
It's
pizza?
No, it's nuts and seeds.
I don't know about
nuts and seeds.
He's too bulky.
I'm a little squirrel that likes nuts and seeds.
That's nice.
Thank you. And the Week 10 fantasy football update.
Thanks for checking out the show. You can hear it live every weekday morning on Classy 97 and on the free Classy 97 app. If you don't have it, download it in your app store. And if you're new to the podcast, hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
Hi.
Welcome.
Hey.
Go ahead and subscribe wherever you're listening and rate the show at the same spot so that we can let other people know that you like it. And we're now on YouTube, so take a minute, check out our YouTube channel, and subscribe and like some videos there too.
Enjoy today's show.
Happy Friday.
Ta-da.
Hey, so it is Friday. Finally Friday.
Holy moly. I honestly don't think that it was very smart for anybody to put the election and daylight savings in the same week.
Saving, remember.
Oh, I forgot.
The S is silent.
Whoever it was in charge of that was bad idea.
Yeah, daylight saving time and election and just all of it on right there at the beginning of a new month.
Longest week of my life.
Bad idea.
And cold weather.
Yeah, and that. Hey, but it's supposed to be like 50 today, so there's that. It's just cold in the morning. You don't believe it?
No, I do.
Oh. 50's okay. I'd take the 70s and 80s we were having through October, though.
Yeah.
That was way nicer.
Lovely, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, today is, among other things, a good day for taking ample time to relax, to catch your breath. It's National Ample Time Day.
I told you, I'm going to take some ample time this weekend. I need to go outside.
Yeah.
Even if it's cold.
I need
some nature.
There will be nature to be had.
Yes.
Ample Time Day. What else is going on? It is the New York City Kidney Walk is happening. I assume this is to raise awareness for dialysis and kidney transplants and those kinds of things.
I would also assume that.
It is World Town Planning Day. Now, do you ever play any of the games where you have to build a town?
No.
You should try one.
No.
It'll keep you busy for hours and hours and hours and hours.
I don't think it will because I don't think that sounds very fun.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty good.
I'm not. No way. I don't want to be a civil engineer.
It's good stuff.
I don't care about. I mean, I care about it, obviously, but
I don't care about it. It is Parents as Teachers Day. It is World Pianist Day. Pertussis awareness. I had pertussis.
You did not.
I did. I was 16 and I had whooping cough.
You did?
I did.
Do I know this?
I don't know. I had pertussis.
How old were you?
16.
Oh, Josh.
Yeah, it was wild. It was the worst cough ever.
Are you sure it was pertussis?
Yes, I was diagnosed with pertussis.
Either you told me and I forgot, or you've never told me that, and that is a big deal because I feel like we know everything about each other.
Well, it wasn't great.
How'd you get over it?
Oh, I just quit thinking about it, and then got over it. I took medicine and had to deal with it. It was awful.
Okay.
It lasted far too long.
I'm so sorry, Joshua.
Well, I got better.
Okay.
It was a long time ago. It is Cook Something Bold and Pungent Day.
No. Ew.
Yes.
Why?
Indian food.
Oh. Don't say Indian food is not pungent.
Yes, it is.
What is the definition of pungent?
Leaving an aroma.
Oh, Indian food is my favorite.
It's so good. And
okay, having a sharp taste or smell.
Yeah.
Curry is pretty sharp. Let's have Indian food right now.
Well, not right now. I can't wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and start eating Indian food.
can.
I mean, yeah, you kind of can.
You can.
I could probably get it okay with that. It is World Radiography Day, and it is National STEM or STEAM, depending on which version you want to add in there, Day, and Dunce Day. So, way to go, dunces. Way to be a dunce.
You're such
That's what's
a
happening.
dunce.
Yeah. Put on that cute hat and go sit on that stool.
Don't
you
do
dunce.
that. Public humiliation is not good for anybody. Don't do that.
Do it in private.
Private humiliation.
Yeah, I guess. Is that a thing?
No.
All right. Well, happy Friday and good morning.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Have you seen this video? There's a couple in Canada who opened up some drywall in their house, and they found stuffed animals.
I did see that
used
video.
as insulation.
It's a wild video because they were pulling down sections. The first section they pulled down, they were like, "What in the world?" And then they were starting to go like, "How far into the wall does this go?"
Yeah.
And they're like, is it going to be insulation or is it stuffed animals? And it was more and more stuffed animals, like floor to ceiling insulation. And they had tall ceilings, too. They were like 12-foot ceilings, 10-foot ceilings. They were huge.
So then I wonder if that works as insulation. Did it keep the house warm?
I don't know.
They're in British Columbia,
And
where it gets real cold.
Is it more cost-effective than insulation? What's the R value of a pile of stuffed animals? I don't know. I got to find out.
And where did they get them all? So they just kept pulling more drywall and more stuffed animals. They put it on TikTok, this video of them tearing down the wall. One commenter was like, I had a duck that was just like that stuffed animal, and I haven't been able to find it. I love that duck. That's so cool that I saw that duck again. Most of the stuffed animals that they found were in great condition, so they donated them to, I don't know where they donated them to. They just donated them to. But I want to know if it worked. Did it work as insulation?
No, stuffed animals are not better than insulation. Are not a better insulation than actual insulation materials. Generally, insulation is light, fluffy, and porous, so it makes sense that someone could get their hands on enough of more common kinds of things to try and supplement with stuffed animals. However, it's not recommended to do it.
Okay.
So,
a
good idea.
Bad idea.
Nah. Don't fill your attic with stuffed animals and then go, why is it so cold in here all the time? Maybe because you have stuffed animals for insulation. No. I mean, think about batting, right? Like that's in there, the stuffing that's inside a stuffed animal, right? It's usually packed in there pretty good to keep the form of the thing. It's not really super soft and airy and fluffy like blow-in insulation is in your attic. It's made to have a layer that creates an R value to keep you warm. That is missing from stuffed animals.
If you pulled out one of your drywalls, just one wall, and saw stuffed animals, would you then go through your entire house?
I don't know.
You'd have to. Because you'd have to know, and then you'd have to replace.
That sounds like so much work.
It would, but then you would have to replace it with actual insulation so that you could, one, be warm in the winter, and two, keep your heating costs low. You would have to. Oh, I feel for them.
Well,
we learned something today.
We did. Stuffed animals
don't work as insulation.
Are not a good substitute for insulation.
Don't do it.
Yeah, not a good idea. You ever heard of Bubba Watson?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah. Bubba Watson is... Hold on. Okay, tell me what he done.
Well, what he done was he's a superstar American pro golfer, and he was playing in a big tournament about a week ago in Indonesia. And during a round at the Indonesian Masters, Bubba hit a hole-in-one, which is exciting for anyone. I've never done it outside of mini golf, and it was accidental at best. But this guy, Bubba...
I feel like they're all accidental, please.
I mean, yeah, sort of. There's a whole lot of, like, everything went just right.
Exactly.
You know? But anyway, this special shot was pretty exciting because it resulted in a local family getting some much needed help and a big boost. There was a pledge from the tournament sponsor, BNI, that if somebody got a hole-in-one on this particular hole, this family who was in need would get a new home.
Okay.
Bubba hit that hole-in-one. The family's getting the new home.
I feel like that's a lot of...
Yeah.
Like, maybe just give the family...
Maybe.
Just help the family without getting the hole-in-one.
There is
Does
that,
it have
right?
to be tied to that?
But what's cool is Bubba matched the donation. And again, this is in Indonesia, right?
Okay.
Like, we're not talking about somebody who's got like a $400,000 house or whatever. Like, we're talking about much needed shelter here. And so Bubba matched the donation. He said the game of golf has helped tremendously around the world. For all the charity things that golf has brought to the table, it's very special to be a part of that. And the crowd and the golf community were then treated to another bit of excitement because 10 minutes later, another player hit another hole-in-one, which means another house gets donated. So there were, in total, at least 3 houses that were donated to families in Indonesia in that one golf tournament.
Only because they got holes in one?
Well, 2 were because of the holes in one, and then Bubba said, I'm doing one as well. So, yeah.
It's nice. I just wish
It's
that
nice.
I just wish that they would have just done it to do it. It'd be nice.
I get it. Yeah.
Instead of tying it to, well, if we get a hole in one, you'll get a house.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I think it's good. It's good. The work is good. The news is good. It's good news to get you going.
Thanksgiving is coming up.
Yeah, it is.
People are going to have guests in their house. I just read this article about some of the weirdest guests.
Weirdest guests?
Yes.
Like these are people that come to your house that are family.
Not necessarily family and friends.
Okay.
For example, somebody had a friend stay over who forgot their toothbrush.
Oh, no.
They used a random loose one they found under the sink.
Oh, no, that's probably the bathroom cleaning toothbrush.
The homeowner said, I use that one for cleaning. And she said, oh, I was just going to use it for my teeth.
Going to or did?
Was.
I'm glad you didn't.
I know.
Don't just go rifling around.
Looking for a toothbrush.
Yeah. Look, there are stores around that sell toothbrushes even on Thanksgiving.
Someone else had a guest going through their garbage can, pulling out perfectly good food that shouldn't go to waste.
Oh, boy. Look, I will say the inverse of that. There are times when cleanup is happening and people throw away food that is still like people are munching on.
Okay.
Or you'll all of a sudden go, where is my glass?
Okay.
And, it's in the dishwasher.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, forget about it. Like, it's way gone. Where did my plate go? I was still working on it. Nope, it's gone.
Someone had a friend stay over, and in the middle of the night, they woke up to them rearranging the furniture to improve the feng shui.
All right, I'm into that. If somebody's like, your flow isn't working. Like, they might have a great idea. I'm open to that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A person said their brother-in-law was changing their baby's diaper on the dining room table.
That's a problem.
They said, hey.
As it was set for Thanksgiving.
I'm not sure.
I would assume that otherwise you'd be like, that's weird, but, wipe the table off with a wipe when you're done.
The homeowner said we offered them a private place.
Yeah.
They did not take the hint. They said, we don't want to miss the conversation.
Yeah, that feels like they were in the middle of dinner and they were like, let's change this baby's diaper right here. That's not okay.
No.
That is not okay.
I'm trying to think of guests that we've had. Nobody that we've had stay has done anything weird. We've had perfectly
Which I'm
suitable
grateful
guests.
for. I'm grateful for that. Yeah. We got some real norms in our life.
As a guest, have I done anything bizarro?
Probably.
I certainly have never rearranged somebody's furniture
yet.
Or used a random toothbrush.
What if you did that in an Airbnb? You're like, this room isn't working for me. I'm going to rearrange it. And then you just leave. And then they come back and they're like, what happened in here?
It feels so feng shui.
Yeah. But I walked in and I feel so everything's balanced.
Well done, guests.
Yeah. It'd be ridiculous. Do it in a hotel room. Like, nah, the room's on backwards. The desk should be over there. Like,
I don't think you can move the furniture in a hotel room. I think it's pretty locked down.
I've never tried.
I think the beds are pretty locked down. I don't know about the dressers, but
You want to give it a shot?
No.
You don't want to rearrange a room?
No. I'm on vacation when I stay at an Airbnb.
Good
I'm not
point.
moving furniture.
Very good point. Very good point. Plus, you love moving furniture as it is. It's like, hey, should we move some furniture? And you're like, yes,
No.
I love it. I can't wait.
Ugh.
Let me help you move furniture. That's my favorite. We've talked before about bad dates that we've been on, just throughout our lives.
Let's talk about bad dates. What's a bad date that you had?
No, this is not about us.
Oh.
This is about a guy.
Everything is about me.
This is a guy who was on a date with a girl. The girl has dubbed it the worst date ever.
Okay. Let's see if it beats my bad date.
Well, her date left mid-meal.
Oh.
Because of what she ordered.
What did she order?
Well, let's get down to the meat of the thing here. According to the woman, he picked a steak for the dinner date. The steakhouse they were going to go eat at. While they were ordering, she dove into a feast. She wanted oysters and lamb chops and mac and cheese and Brussels sprouts.
Holy moly.
Crab fried rice. And the woman says that her date said, if I wasn't here, would you order all of that? And apparently this amount of food quickly added up to well over $100.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't.
And was he paying?
Yeah, I mean, on this date, yeah. This was going to be super expensive. And that was the line. He said, if I wasn't here, would you order all this?
Yeah, exactly.
Or are you just ordering all of this because you want leftovers?
Because I'm paying.
Because I'm paying. And he wasn't good with that. And so he was like, I'm going to run to the restroom or whatever. He left a $100 bill with the waitress and he left.
I kind of don't blame him.
He was like, I'm out.
I actually am on the side of this guy.
Yeah. So unfazed, she stayed. She enjoyed the meal solo. She finished the food. She posted on social media about it. She's got a lot of reactions on social media, some supporting her, others saying this guy dodged a bullet because you're a wild woman.
I feel like that's
crazy.
I feel like that's a bit selfish.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that you should absolutely not I'm just going to have this cheap little side dish.
No, order a meal.
Order a meal.
Yeah, have a meal. But
there's no sense in going
let's
overboard.
get the lamb chops and the oysters and the mac and cheese and the Brussels sprouts and crab fried rice. Let's get it all.
And if she had ordered all of that and said, listen, I know I'm ordering a lot. I'm happy to pitch in for the bill.
Right.
That would also be acceptable.
Right.
But I don't like that she's like, nope, I'm going to order all of this and you're going to pay.
I know.
So I'm actually on the side of the gentleman.
I mean, I'm glad he also wasn't just like, I'm going to
bail
like, good luck to you. He was like, look, this is a crazy thing. I was planning on spending this. Here's $100. I got to go.
Yeah. No. Good for that dude.
Yeah. That's a mess.
I went on a date once. Here's my bad date story.
Yes.
Do we have time for this?
Sure.
I'll make it brief. He took me to a modeling show that he was in.
Well, that's fun.
No.
Come watch me walk a runway.
No, it was so stupid.
Did you enjoy it?
No.
You didn't have a good time?
No.
Do you want to come watch me walk the runway and show off the fashions?
No. And then when he got down to the end of the runway, he pointed at me and I went, I got to get.
Did you leave mid-fashion
show? No, because he was he took me there and it was cold.
Oh,
so
no.
I said, no second dates there.
That was it. Just the one fashion show.
Thanks, buddy. I was talking to Emery last night, and she is desperate to have a job, but she's only 15, and a lot of places won't hire you until you're 16.
Right.
And there was a commercial that we were watching the football game. There was a commercial that came on for a fast food place, and she said, a kid in my third hour works there.
Yeah.
He gets 2 free cookies every day.
No way. 2 free cookies every time he works?
Every day.
Worth it. Is that all he gets?
No, I think he also gets a paycheck.
Oh, okay. He's not working for cookies. He works there and gets 2 cookies.
Every day. And
that's a perk, right?
She loved that perk.
I would like cookies every day. I don't get a cookie, let alone 2 cookies every day.
When I was in high school, I worked at a pizza place. It was a pizza place / movie rental place. And you got a free soda at your shift. And I thought that was pretty high class. And they had a slush puppy machine.
So did you get a
And
slushie?
so I would get slushies every day.
That doesn't count as a soda. If I was your manager, I'd be like cracking them down. I'd be like, listen, you're going to have to pay. I'll give you a discount, but you're going to have to pay for that. That's not a soda.
I know that probably didn't count. And I'm sorry to the owners.
They're out of business now because you.
They are out of business.
Yeah, because they couldn't.
Not
They were
because
like,
of
how
me."
come the slushies are costing us so much? We got to shut down. Can't believe it.
I know. I was a bad employee. I'm so sorry. And they were lovely people that owned it.
I'm sure it's fine.
2 free cookies
No
every
way.
day.
No way.
At this particular place, they're not known for their cookies. So it's probably just because they can't get rid of them. So they're like, hey, at the end of the day, we're either just going to throw these cookies
Or
away.
you get 2 free cookies. No way, because at the end of your shift, like if you're not waiting until the end of the day. If you work the morning shift and you get done at, noon or 1 or 2 or whatever, you're taking 2 cookies.
Beck worked at Pretzel Maker for a while.
Yeah.
And when he would get done with his shifts, he would always come home with things of pretzels because
Yeah, same deal.
They didn't save
got
them.
all these pretzels.
Oh, those were good days.
Were they?
Yes.
I had so much bread.
We had so many pretzels. It was a lot of pretzels, but I kind of miss them now.
You can go buy them. They still exist.
No, I know, but they didn't taste the same when they were free.
They tasted better when they were free? I see.
Everything tastes better when it's free.
All right. Go have a pretzel.
Or a cookie.
I like a big pretzel with some cheese. That's a good thing.
Mustard.
The bites are fine. I don't mind the mustard either, but the cheese?
I prefer the mustard.
So good.
We talk an awful lot about food on our program.
Yeah, it's a thing about radio people that you're kind of new to the biz. Food is delicious, and we all love it. And whenever there's like a hint of a smell,
I'm thinking about what I brought for breakfast this morning, and I
brought a bag of bacon.
You did?
Yes, I'm making bacon.
I brought a string cheese and a Uncrustable because somebody needs to go grocery shopping in our house.
Who's that?
You.
Me?
Yeah. Listen, we've talked about this. When I say someone, I mean somebody that's not me. When I say we, then I'll be included in that. But when I say someone, it means you.
No, I understand.
Someone needs to fix my washer.
Hey.
Someone needs to go
I got the
grocery
parts.
shopping.
I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I didn't.
I know. Someone needs to do all of the things. We will hang out.
Oh, okay.
And relax.
All right, cool. So you and I decided it would be a good time to have a date night.
We went on a date night.
We did. So Wednesday night, you and I went to Fat Cats in Rexburg, and we went to check out their new theaters that have been remodeled. They've got brand new chairs. Let's just for a minute talk about the
chairs?
entire theater is big padded comfy rocker chairs.
They are awesome. And the cup holders are big enough. This is something I noticed. The cup holders are big enough that you can put your phone in them. I like to have my phone a little bit handy sometimes.
Oh, I didn't notice you did that.
Sometimes the cup holders are too small.
But this one wasn't.
It was big enough for my phone. And I stuffed extra napkins in because there was nobody sitting in the seat next to me.
Right.
So I was able to put my cup in this cup holder and my phone and my extra napkins in this cup holder.
Well, that's convenient.
It was perfect.
Well, good. I also want to, just for a moment, talk about the popcorn. Because their popcorn was so good.
Sometimes popcorn, when you go to the movie, it can be overdone or it can be stale or it can be like too buttered. This one was.
It was spot on. It was super, super good.
I had eaten so much of it, and I was like, I still have half a bag left. I texted Emery to see if I should bring it home, hoping that she would say yes so that I could still keep munching on it and feel okay about myself. She said no, and I went, well, now I can't feel good about myself and continue to eat all of this popcorn.
It's delicious. It was so good.
But then I regretted not bringing it home.
We also, they do pizzas. They have a whole menu of different foods that you can get. And no matter where you are in the place, if you're bowling, if you're in the arcade, if you're in a movie, they will bring the food to you. So they'll walk up and go, oh, there's your seat. Okay, cool. Here's your pizza. which is great. And their pizza was so good.
Yes.
I was like, come on, right? Like this place isn't known for pizza. It was awesome.
The crust?
Loved it. The crust, yeah.
Perfectly.
You don't really often like eating the crust, but it was so
This one
good.
was good.
So we had a pizza, we had a couple of sodas, we watched a movie, we had some popcorn, and we got to take a bunch of pictures that we'll post on social media here in just a few minutes. But we saw the new Venom movie, which was fun. It was a fun little movie.
It was fine.
It was fine. You weren't familiar with all of the Venom stuff. You don't know the first two movies.
There's two?
Yeah, this
prior
is the third
movies?
one. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, see, so that's why like you're a little behind on what's going on.
Oh, it doesn't take much to catch up. It's not that I was behind on the storyline.
All right.
I caught up pretty quick.
Okay. But you don't know sort of the origin of how Venom came to be.
It's not needed.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Did you have a good time, though?
I had a great time.
All right.
The food was delicious. Lindsay helped us out there.
She was awesome. Yeah, she was great.
And the chairs were so comfy that you even took a little bit of a snooze.
Don't talk about that.
10 minutes.
It was
10-minute little
just
power
me
nap.
being an old man for a minute. Very, very, very cool, though. And they've done a lot of remodeling. And now, next weekend, I'm actually going to be hanging out there. I'm going to be broadcasting live next Saturday from 11 to 1 at Fat Cats in Rexburg. So if you want to come check it out for yourself, you want to look around the place, you'll be able to do that.
You should bring some popcorn home.
I probably should. You're right. I probably should. And then you and I, next month in December, we're going on another date. I've already booked it.
Yes.
We're going on another movie night. We're going to go check out another movie.
Did you pick the movie already?
No.
Oh.
Because new movies will come out between now and then.
Okay.
So we'll pick as we get closer to the date. But we're going to go back for another movie date night.
Awesome.
At Fat Cats, yeah.
More popcorn for me.
That is correct. So if you're looking for something to do this weekend, they have a lot of stuff to do between the glow golf, the bowling. They do the full arcade with a great prize redemption.
Honestly, we have been there with our kids. We have been there with other adult couples, and we, just ourselves, we have a great time no matter who we're there with, what age group we are there with. It is a fun place. And because it's in a college town, you see a lot of college kids in your
you can
I'm not
people
old,
watch.
You're old.
Yeah, you can people watch. And we were sitting there as we were kind of hanging out at the table waiting for our pizza to arrive, and you were looking at the first dates that were happening, and you're like, man, what a time. But also, aren't these kids looking like they're in middle school?
Yes.
Like they're in their late teens, early 20s, looking like they're in middle school. It's wild. We're not old.
Place.
We're not old?
No.
No way.
We still like to have fun.
That's right.
We're still cool.
That's right. I still go to Fat Cats in Rexburg.
Yeah.
You can't stop me.
We're cool.
That's right. So go check out Fat Cats if you're looking for a fun date night. It's a great place.
It's a great place. There's an app. Well, there's not an app. There needs to be an app.
There's an app. There's not an app. There needs to be an app. What's the app?
There needs to be an app where you and a member of your family, your significant other, your partner, whoever you're deciding to eat with, you slide left and right on restaurants until there's a match.
This has to exist already.
It would be unbelievable if that existed.
Because I think that might exist.
Last night, we're sitting there, the three of us, you, me, and Emery, trying to decide what to eat for dinner. And I go, I could cook. I made a menu. I've got this recipe and this recipe. Do you guys want potato soup or do you want the spaghetti? You weren't feeling well. Emery and I were both just kind of like, blah. I didn't feel like cooking, but I also didn't feel like cooking and doing the dishes. And so I said, let's just order out.
Yeah,
it's
let's
cold.
just grab them. Yeah.
And so we ordered out, but it took probably a half an hour to order or to decide on what we were going to eat. In that 30 minutes, I could have absolutely have made spaghetti or potato soup and we could have been eaten and done by the time our food arrived.
4 years ago, a guy developed an app.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if it's still around, but this is on a app developer website, and he said this will show you restaurants when you log in that are based on your GPS location, and then everybody who you put into your group that's deciding where to eat would get a list of the same 25 restaurants, and you swipe right on the ones you want, left on the ones you don't. And when everybody's done, the app compares the selections and shows you where everybody wants to eat.
Ooh, I love it.
That was 4 years ago. I don't know if the app still exists. This app was called Diner.
Okay.
With a Y. D-Y-N-E-R. Diner.
I'm going to look it up right now in the Play Store.
Now, I don't know if it still exists, but it did 4 years ago. This guy was developing the app. So
D-Y-N-E-R?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. See, I think he didn't ever get it launched.
Oh,
but it's a great idea.
It's a fantastic idea because I think members of our family are afraid to say what they want because they're afraid that somebody's going to say, "Oh no."
I'm just so passive that I'm like, I will eat wherever someone picks. If somebody is really feeling something, I'm fine. Just say where you want to go.
Same. But
I
the
don't
one
like
picky
when it's,
person in our house,
who always picks, by the way.
Never.
If you've heard, she always picks where to eat. But anyway, yeah. No, I don't know. It's a good idea, but is that just another step?
And how long does it take?
Yeah, right.
If you're swiping left and you're swiping right, and then you're like, we have to make a match. And then what if you never find a match? And then it's gonna be chaos.
The other thing I just love, if we could do it every day, I would be the happiest guy, is if everybody's like, let's go eat somewhere. And then we get into the car and I'm driving and I go, okay, where are we going? And then no one says anything. That's my favorite. It's like, come on.
There's this place in Boise and it's called The Warehouse.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And you walk in and it's just a giant warehouse and there's multiple different places to eat.
It's like a food court, if you will.
And yes.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody is happy when we go eat there because there's something for everybody.
Yeah, there's all kinds of food.
And you go get your food and you meet back at the table.
Yep.
And
we need one of those.
Love it.
We need that.
Yeah, we do.
It's just a standalone food court with good restaurants. Yeah. And you can go and you can get Japanese food, or you can get Greek gyro, or you can get
waffles,
mac and cheese. You can get a grilled cheese sandwich. You can get waffles. You can grab salmon if you want. Whatever you want. They got all kinds of stuff.
That's cool. Somebody bring that to Idaho Falls.
Yeah, that's a brilliant idea.
I'll even travel to Pocatello for it.
I will go anywhere in East Idaho to just make that decision that much easier. Oh, everybody can eat? Great. Go find your food. It's like foraging at a food court.
Foraging.
Forage. That's what you can call it. I even gave you the name. Bring it.
Yeah, I just can't be bothered to bring it. So somebody else do it.
Yeah.
Tag, you're it.
Yeah, I can't be bothered to go get capital. Nah. Put an idea into fruition. It's a good idea.
It is a fantastic idea. A construction worker in Vancouver bought a scratch-off lottery ticket for a game called Concert of a Lifetime.
All right. So this is in Canada, Vancouver, Canada.
Yes. The grand prize was a VIP suite for 14 people at one of Taylor Swift's concerts.
No way.
He also won $25,000.
That is the concert of a lifetime. A suite for 14.
Yes.
And $25K.
Yes.
Wow.
He would have had no problem filling all 14 seats at the show, but he said he's setting aside 4 for some of his family, and then he's giving the 10 rest of the tickets to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
That's amazing.
Which is so nice.
That's incredible.
No word on whether or not he's giving away any of the money that he's won.
Nah. I mean,
I don't want to discredit his kindness
no, that's
either.
Amazing.
That's pretty incredible.
What a cool thing to do.
Very selfless act.
And for him to be like, look, I got 4 people in the fam. We're going to go check out the show, but I want to do something special. I think that's great.
I think that's great too.
That is really, really cool.
Also, what is this game, Concert of a Lifetime?
Well, it's probably a Canadian lottery thing.
I want to join the Canadian lottery.
But we're not in Canada. So sorry.
Nice.
You can't.
It was announced yesterday by the Prime Minister of Australia, Anthony Albanese.
Okay.
He said social media is harming our kids and it's time to do something about it.
What are we doing in Australia?
They're trying to get a law passed to make social media banned for kids under 16.
Really?
They're going into vote later this year, I think. Time out.
timeout
Oh,
called on the
later
field?
this month. The Parliament plans
Okay.
to vote on the
In
bill later
November.
this month.
All
Yes.
right.
And it would go into effect 12 months after the law passes, so late
I
next
see.
year. Parents would not be able to opt out of it. It would be a full ban for kids under 16. And they're talking TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, X,
Facebook,
Twitter. I'll
everything.
always call it
Yeah.
Twitter. And YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Kids and parents.
YouTube even.
Yeah. Kids and parents wouldn't get in trouble, just the sites would, and they'd have to take reasonable steps to prevent access to
Wow.
these children.
That's really interesting. I wonder what the safeguards would be. Look, I'm all for kids' developmental health. I think it's really important. And screen time can hinder a lot of stuff. Plus, you can get exposed to things early. There's a lot of different arguments for and against. I think there's a lot of information. I think access to that information is important.
Yes. Including
YouTube
mental
is an
health
interesting
services.
one.
A lot of kids
Yeah,
get
for
mental
sure.
health services there.
That one is probably the most interesting on the list. Like social media for endless scrolling's sake, I get, but like YouTube itself has put out YouTube Kids, which is kids content, shows made for kids shows, no different than Disney Channel Junior, Nick Jr., anything else.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting one for me to have it on the list. Now I know YouTube Shorts, the way it works is similar to Reels, is similar to TikTok, is similar to everything else. So that's interesting to me.
And kids they get around things by lying about their age when they open
Sure.
accounts all the time.
Right.
It would also push the problem underground, I think, where kids would still manage to log in. They just hide it.
You imagine a world where the things that go viral, the brain rot, the stuff that is happening every day in middle schools and even younger, where it's just these words. The information flies so quick.
Yeah.
That I wonder what happens in a world where it's back to, like, we didn't have that stuff growing up, and we
No.
did just fine. So
Look at us.
Yeah,
We're
look at us.
totally normal,
mm-hmm.
emotionally mature adults.
That's right.
Look at us. We're fine.
Yep. Yep.
I just know when we had kids, I mean, we have kids, but when our kids were younger and we would put hard limits on them for certain things, there was a new app that would pop up and we'd be like, no, you can't have Snapchat. Okay, that's fine. I'll just use this other app that you've never heard of because you're
right.
old. But the kids know about it.
Sure.
They find other ways
Right.
of getting what they want.
And communicating and
Yeah.
sharing stuff and whatever. Yeah,
Interesting.
It is very
Ryan?
interesting. Look, again, totally on board with safeguards and things that we need to do to keep everybody safe and developing, appropriately. But that's an interesting challenge. That is a very interesting
Yeah, it is.
challenge.
Good luck, Australia. You're about to.
You're going into a what do they call it? A snake pit? I don't know what the right word is.
Battlefield?
Yeah, you're going into a big conversation
Arm up.
or whatever.
I was just looking at the biggest squirrel I've ever seen in my life.
You did?
Yeah.
What was it?
A squirrel, I said.
Well, I know, but what was so big?
His body.
You had a big body?
he was a little chubby. And I said, hey, buddy, are you having some babies or are you just puffing up for the winter?
I think it's probably storing up for the winter.
You think
Is that
so?
correct?
Yeah,
I think that's probably what's going on.
it has to be. Because that was the biggest squirrel I've ever seen in my life.
Ever?
Well, I'm sure I've probably seen more, but that was a beefcake of a squirrel. If we were in what?
Beefcake?
Yeah.
A beefcake of a squirrel wanders by.
If we were in a time where we had to hunt and forage for food,
You would have found
I would have been
found
like,
a prize.
somebody get that squirrel because he's going to feed our whole tribe.
Wow. That big, huh?
Yeah,
I'm sad I missed it.
I'm proud of that squirrel. I hope that squirrel lives a long, healthy little
Yeah,
life.
me too.
I hope he's just beefing up for the winter and going, I'm set.
What do you think he's been eating?
I don't know.
There's probably feeders around. I mean, there's neighborhoods around.
We
I'm
feed
sure
squirrels all the time. I've
Yeah.
never seen a squirrel in
Oh,
our neighborhood that big.
When did I fill the feeder? Sunday.
Yeah.
The feeder's empty. I'm not kidding you. The squirrel got like real busy on the feeder.
Squirrels. There's multiple.
Oh yeah.
Good
like
for
I'm
them.
gonna have to go feed. I'm gonna have to go feed them again. They are bulking up for winter
Good.
for sure.
I'm happy to contribute.
I don't know if they're even eating it or if they're just grabbing
Squirreling it away.
mouthfuls and squirreling it away. Yeah, exactly. That's what's happening. It's near winter. They're beefcaking up, I think, is what we can say. So go squirrel, go.
It's Friday, which means another week of fantasy football has begun.
And you're not playing against me. You're playing against our son, right?
Yeah.
Good deal. Because you're no fun to play against.
Why?
Because when you win, you win, and you're big. And when you lose, you're sad. It's just, you gotta.
I am fun.
I didn't say you're not fun. I said you're no fun to play against.
You said you're no fun.
To play against. Finish the whole sentence.
You're no fun. I am so much fun.
No, you are. You're a blast. Unless you're winning or losing at fantasy football. So as it happens, I am playing against our daughter who was able to get some points on the board yesterday. I have 0 because I didn't have anybody playing last night. You and our son, however, do.
Bro.
You had your quarterback and your defense playing last night. And our son Beck had Jamar Chase, the wide receiver, who did an insane game.
He did.
What an insane game that guy played.
So well.
3 touchdowns. He caught the ball 11 times. He went 264 yards. Unbelievable, that guy.
I know.
Unreal.
I know. Okay. It was projected before the game even started that I was going to win our fantasy football week by, I think I had 73%, and he had, I don't know, what's 100 minus 73?
You tell me.
No, stop.
27.
Okay, that's what he was projected at. Don't make me feel dumb about
I'm not making you
knowing
feel
math,
dumb.
Josh. Okay. Last night, after his one guy played, after Jamar Chase played, I'm now down to a 44% win probability.
And he's at a 56?
Yep.
Wow.
Because he had one solid good player last night.
They got 55 points.
55 points
one
from
guy.
one guy.
Yeah, that's pretty unheard of. Your
Even-
quarterback didn't do bad. Your quarterback brought in 32. Let's
Right.
be real.
He's the best quarterback in the NFL.
The reason that you have as many points as you do is because you have a good quarterback. Your defense actually cost you a point.
I know.
I know.
That's okay, because I knew Lamar was going to bring it, and he did. Lamar Jackson, quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens. He's primo. He's so good. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson play because he's a smooth criminal. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
I don't think that's what he is. He's a good quarterback.
He's a really good quarterback. He plays so well. I think I just mean because there's a lot of pressure when you're the quarterback, and he can just,
Yeah,
I don't know.
He brings it.
He makes some really smart decisions under pressure, and
He
I
had
enjoy
one
watching
of the
him
craziest run plays I've ever seen. Like that guy.
play. Yeah,
Like right down the sideline. It was unbelievable.
He's
it was
so
unreal.
good.
Looping back, running from guys who were trying to tackle him, and almost scored a touchdown doing it. Wild.
I know.
He's
the
a-
best
he's a
quarterback in the NFL, and I
phenom.
will, fight me.
I'm not going to fight.
A lot of people will because they'll say, "Oh, I think there's a guy who plays for Kansas who's better," and I would heavily disagree with you.
You mean the guy with the most interceptions
Yeah.
of any other player,
Uh-huh.
any other quarterback? That guy?
Let's
Yeah.
discuss.
Sure.
Call me if you're a Kansas fan. Let's discuss.
Lamar Jackson is a fantastic,
Best in the
fantastic
NFL
quarterback.
right now.
All right, well, good. And he's on your team, as we are all aware. We've all heard.
Football.
Yeah, welcome to another week of it. Would you rather this or that? Friday edition.
Would you rather wash your hair with mashed potatoes and gravy or wash your hair with green bean casserole?
I'm going to pick mashed potatoes and gravy,
Why?
and then I'm going to promptly take a shower.
I'm going to also pick mashed potatoes and gravy just because I feel like it's less chunky.
That's true. The beans are going to be an issue. Unless you're trying to exfoliate. which case beans might be the answer.
But they're soft beans, so they'll just squish.
That's a good point. They're not really going to exfoliate anything.
I feel like the green beans are going to be more healthy for your hair.
You think?
Yeah. We might have to try this in real time.
What's the soup in green bean casserole?
Cream of mushroom.
Yeah, that's awful. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Mashed potatoes and gravy all the way. Same thing you'll find on my plate. Mashed potatoes and gravy, no green bean casserole.
I love green bean casserole.
Do
Unless
ya?
you put cheese in it. There's some people that put cheese in it, and
Yeah?
I don't care for that. Some people put bacon in it. I don't care for that either.
You just want
I want-
green beans, the soup, and the onions.
Yeah, keep it easy breezy. That's simple.
You think the
Keep it
green
simple.
bean company and the cream of mushroom soup company were like, hey, look, we got a lot of this stuff. We need to make something happen.
Yes.
And French onions were over there like, me too, I want in. And they went, that's it. It's simple. It's the three of us. Let's go.
Let's go.
Put the recipe on each one of us. Like, yeah, you can make it. It's easy.
Good. I like green bean casserole. In
Do
fact,
ya?
I should probably just make some. You could make even just a small batch of it.
Sure can.
I should make that.
Yeah, I mean, you can enjoy a whole batch for yourself.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Just open up the 3 cans and just take a scoop of each. You don't even have to heat it up.
Gross.
All the flavors are there. Oh, that's awful. Oh, gross.
Don't put cheese in it
No.
or bacon.
Would you rather this or that? Smashed potatoes and gravy, washing the hair. I'm a bald guy. It's just going to smear everywhere anyway.
Well, then you have
so
to wash your beard with it. That's
Ew.
the rules.
Nobody wants a
And your chest
gravy
hair.
beard. Oh, come on. You're making it worse. All right, you want to wrap this thing
Let's
up?
wrap it up.
Should we call it a day?
Well, not really, because we still have work to do.
No, I understand.
But
I'm
yes,
just meaning
let's
like,
call
should
it a
we-
day for the morning show.
Yeah.
We've put in our time. We've done the week. I hope that we've made you giggle
Sure.
or at least smile.
Yeah, that's what it's about, right? I was looking at this last little football thing. For a long time, I was a Steelers fan.
Mm-hmm.
Hanging in my wall, I have a Troy Polamalu jersey. That'll give you any kind of timeline for when I was a Steelers fan. And I have a real, actual, terrible towel hanging in my studio
Okay.
downstairs.
Yeah.
The Washington Commanders will host the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday. And that means there will be a lot of terrible towels in the stands. But a lot of people are trying to kind of turn this around on the Steelers. And so the Washington Commanders have distributed 50,000 burgundy towels to fans.
Oh, no.
So that they can drown out the yellow terrible towel. So if you're watching the game on Sunday between Washington and Pittsburgh, watch for those burgundy towels. Did they name them? Because the yellow terrible towel is such a great name. I'm trying to see. Here's the other thing people are saying specifically about Washington Commanders doing this is that the team colors are burgundy and yellow. So it's just going to look like
Their
it's
colors.
all
You're right.
the whole stand is filled with Washington fans.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I wonder if Pittsburgh goes, all right, don't take your terrible towels, take something else.
It's not a Vikings helmet, but it's
What?
a towel. So
okay. I mean,
scary.
some of the fans wear like a steel worker's hard hat.
Oh, okay.
If you're looking for headgear.
Still not a
Steel not.
There's actually quite a few. I feel like in our area, there's a lot of Steelers fans.
I see some Steelers fans. I see a lot of 49ers fans. Some
There's a lot of
Chiefs
49ers fans.
I see a lot of Dallas fans.
Yeah.
I've seen more Minnesota fans than I'm surprised by that.
Because
Yeah.
we're the best.
Lots of Denver fans. It's one of the most regional teams.
Yeah.
And Raiders.
Raiders.
Because of the Las Vegas move, probably. But even before that. Who do I not see fans of?
I don't know. The Jaguars and the Panthers.
Oh.
Sad.
Anyway, that's enough of that. Have a great rest of your Friday. Have a good weekend. We'll be back on Monday, bright and early, to hang out with you in the studio.
Hey, decompress this weekend.
Yeah.
Everybody, get some fresh air. It's supposed to be okay and sunshiny. Get some sunshine. Do what makes you happy.
Yep. It'll make you feel good. And have a great rest of your Friday. We'll see you back here on Monday. See ya.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Wake Up Classy 97 is hosted by Josh and Chantel Tyler and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.